Welcome back, guys, to another video here on my channel, Figuremania Show. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. And in this video, we're taking a look at another Hiya Toys figure. So this is the Hiya Toys G.I.Joe Cobra Commander from the Exquisite mini series. And this is very cool. I've always loved G.I.Joe from when I was a kid. I remember when buying G.I.Joe figures when I was a kid, it came like in this sort of packaging like that and things, but I never managed to get my hands on the original Cobra Commander. So this is a really cool treat. He's like one of those cool bad guys, from when I was a kid. And I finally have a really cool Cobra Commander. So before we go any further, I want to give a special shout out and a thank you to Hiya Toys for sending me out this figure for review. So I just wanted to show you guys the packaging of this cool figure, and I'm gonna rip them open, so then the packaging will become disposable once again. And here we have Cobra Commander in all his villainous glory, and having this figure out of the package, I really appreciate the craftsmanship that went into this figure. He looks absolutely awesome in hand. The colors, the details, okay, so everything that's on him, very beautifully done, very nice. Look at that, just beautiful. Hiya Toys really knows how to make their figures pop. This is just awesome, guys. Look at this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down for you, bit by bit here. So like, I really like the helmet of this Cobra Commander. So let me just adjust the camera for you, and it has a very nice chrome finish to it. So as you can see here, very nice. So that's for his face mask and also for the top of his head, which is cool. And you guys see like all the little details, like the paint app, like the paint is just spot on for a figure this size, which is really impressive. Okay, so he's got the Cobra emblem. Oops, got the Cobra emblem. Even another Cobra emblem here, and like all this here, like his harness and everything, all very nicely done. Okay, so I do not recommend you guys fiddling with this because you might not be able to put it back on. So I'm leaving it as it is. I'm not gonna even think of tampering with his harness because he looks really cool as it is. All right, and out of the package, the figure does come with this knife, and you can pull this knife out. Okay, so oops. So as you can see, they're so small, like I keep dropping them, so I have to be careful. So it's a Cobra knife, and even the knife itself has got nice detail. Look at that. Let me see if I can zero in. Even the knife it's got nice details and to it and things, so very nicely done. So as you can see how big this thing is in my fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy back. Okay, and it comes with a display stand, which is really cool. So let me show you guys very quickly the display stand. So there's shell casings on the ground and things, and even there's a nice texture and things like mud and things, so it's really all cool. It's very, very nice. And this figure does come with a few accessories, so let me just so it comes with the pointed hand that's already on the figure. Okay, so I really like this. This is very Cobra Commander esque, and he does come with another pair of hands. Okay, so this is a trigger, this is for holding his hand, like if you want to switch out his gun and have it on his other hand, that's this one. And then this one holds the scepter. Okay, so the gun is pretty nice too. Okay, so let me just swap that out. Okay, and swapping it out is pretty easy, so just doing that, and there you got his Cobra Commander scepter, and the scepter also has nice details to it too. See, look at that. even though it's really small and it's really hard to pick up to the naked eye, it's got nice details. I mean, look at that. That's incredible. I really, really appreciate the level of detail that this figure has at this scale. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So let me zero in focus the camera again. Okay, very cool. So let's get into some size comparisons. So let's get into the size comparisons. So here we have the original Hasbro 3/4 inch Cobra Commander, which was gifted by my good friend Ricardo Rosario. Thank you very much, brother. And you can clearly see like there's obvious differences. I haven't gotten around to showing you guys the articulation yet, but there is more articulation points on the Hiya figure than the Hasbro. So now one thing to point out, like on the original Hasbro, like the helmet on that Cobra Commander is removable, which is kind of funny, you know. But this guy, his helmet is not removable, okay, which is you know, it's not important, but just something for you guys to note if you guys have this figure. I didn't have this as a kid, but thankfully, thanks to my friend Ricardo, he gifted this to me, which is really cool. I really like this this Cobra Commander figure. Finally getting into articulation. So I was fiddling around with this Cobra Commander for a little bit, and I've discovered that he does have a little bit more articulation than the Star Trek figures that I reviewed earlier. So it's in the head. So if you can see, like on Cobra Commander, he can look down very, very nicely. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good you know, range already. So he can look down, and he can, you know, he can tilt his head side to side. So this is all very cool. Okay, there is an abdomen crunch, but there's not much. Here we go. So there is, but you can only get so much out of it, just like the Star Trek figures, because it's got all this stuff here. I'm not sure if you can push it any further. Okay, but the articulation is like at the waist over here, so you can't really see it here because it's got all the belts here and things. Okay, so you can get a T-pose, okay, which is pretty normal. Okay, now in terms of elbow, this is as far as I can bend his elbow. Okay, so you got good movement at the wrists. Okay, so you got good twisting at the wrist, which is cool. Alrighty, and on Cobra Commander, he's got a thigh cut over here, so so that's good for added leg articulation and posing and things. And he's got a double jointed knee, which is really cool. And so, like, if you have like a chair accessory, you can definitely get him in a sitting pose very nicely and things. So I do have a chair, which I'll show you guys in a bit and things. And he's got good ankle movement. Now there's no side to side. Okay, it's just like this. Okay, very cool. I really like it. And I think that about does it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and a special shout out to Hiya Toys. Thank you so much for sending me this figure. I really like it. I can't wait to do more toy photography with it, and I'm very much looking forward to their G.I. Joe line, the Exquisite minis. And thank you so much. So guys, please stick around for the gallery of toy photography and the behind the scenes. Thank you very much, and I'll check you guys later. Bye-bye.